Inequality in the workplace, a question about gender income gap, and this is where it all started falling. It all started coming off the walls for Mitt Romney here, talking about back when he had binders full of women. I love this. This is just one of my favorite moments from the debate. Mitt Romney trying to argue that no, he had all sorts of men working for him when he was, or the Massachusetts state government had a lot of women working for him, and Bain as well. And then he said we need more women, and that he had binders full of women. What does that mean? I don't know. But he had binders, and all inside the binders were plenty of women.
Were they naked?
Classic moment. Here we go.
Can't we find some women that are also qualified? And so we took a concerted effort to go out and find women who had backgrounds that could be qualified to become members of our cabinet. I went to a number of women's groups and said, can you help us find folks? And they brought us whole binders full of women. I was proud of the fact that after I staffed my cabinet and my senior staff, that the University of New York in Albany did a survey of all 50 states and concluded that mine had more women in senior leadership positions than any other state in America.
Yeah, not true. Not true at all.
Now, Dave, can I just say something before you go into the specifics on that?
Yeah.
On his record? I just want to say that the idea that an adequate answer to a question about equal pay and equal rights for women talks about an administration as opposed to the country at large. No one cares if in your administration you had women or if in your presidential administration you'll have women. What matters is what the 300 million other Americans are dealing with.
Yeah, I mean, Lewis, it's like, it doesn't matter what Mitt Romney specifically has his wife do in terms of if she's one of the women that goes home and cooks dinner. It doesn't matter what Mitt Romney did in his administration in terms of hiring women. That's just not relevant here.
Right. I mean, it was a decent answer from a guy who clearly does not give a crap about gender equality.
Right. Well, no, given the fact that he clearly doesn't care at all about this, he was able at least to reference having binders full of women.
Yeah.
Again, more evidence technologically he's not that savvy. He's still using binders. He keeps women in binders.
Yeah, come on. You need this on a database on your computer.
Right. You would think he would at least keep all the women in the kitchen because he alluded to that later too.
Right. So you use one of these big touch-tone keypads.
Yeah, exactly. And then he was instantly fact-checked on that, not at the debate, but shortly after. 42% of Romney's appointments during his first 2.5 years as governor were women. Now, women make up 51% of the population, so it's actually still not that good, ladies and gentlemen. But by the end of his tenure there, that number declined to 27.6%, so women were only representing just about half of their portion of the population. Those binders were probably, the binders stayed full of women. The women stayed out of his administration and in the binders only.
The binders were probably shredded.
Yeah, along with all those email records, the binders full of women were also shredded.
Yeah.
Very good, Lewis. I like that.
Right.